His secret's safe with me.
What secret?
You didn't stop being a crow the day you walked into Mance Rayder's tent. Well, I'm your woman now, Jon Snow. You're going to be loyal to your woman.
Grit is smart. She probably knows what's going on inside Jon and has a better handle on what's going on inside Jon more than Jon does. I mean, she knows that he's, like she says, I know that you're loyal, and I know, and you don't become disloyal to the cause that you've said an oath to and devoted your life to overnight, even when you fall in love with somebody. So she knows, she sees the fence that he's on.
Jon is caught in this horrible position where he has always stayed true to the Night's Watch, to the vows he's made, more or less. He strays from the path a little bit, but this has always been part of Qhorin Halfdan's plan. So I think he's always believed that he's staying true to the Night's Watch and will eventually return to them, but at the same time, he's finding himself in an extremely dangerous situation and an emotionally fraught one because he doesn't want to betray this woman that he's fallen for.
The Night's Watch don't care if you live or die. Mance Rayder don't care if I live or die. We're just soldiers in their armies, and there's plenty more to carry on if we go down.
I think Grit makes things even more difficult for him than Mance Rayder does, because she's someone he's in love with, and he's never been in love with anyone before, and that's a powerful emotion that the Night's Watch vow is meant to keep out of the Night's Watch picture.
Well, it's you and me that matters to me and you. Don't ever betray me.
I won't.
Impossible.
Why?
My grandson is the pride of High Garden. Your daughter.
He's rich, the most beautiful woman in all 7 kingdoms, and the mother of the king.
Old.
Old?
Old.
I think Tywin at this point is genuinely concerned with the longevity of his line and the Lannister name. Cersei is still an attractive match in his mind because she's still quite beautiful, and she's still the one Lannister, his only daughter, and she's still young enough to bear children.
And a boy with his affliction should be grateful for the opportunity to marry the most beautiful woman in the kingdoms and remove the stain from his name.
Brothers and sisters. Where I come from, that stain would be very difficult to wash out.
On some level, maybe he knows they're not rumors, and I'm actually don't think that's probably his weak spot. He probably doesn't, probably won't allow himself to admit that there's even the slightest chance that is really happening. But he knows from a political standpoint that those rumors can be damaging, even if they are false, and he has to do whatever he can to quash them.
And it becomes this kind of just this great back and forth between them because, Tywin points out that Loras is famously not attracted to women. He's saying, I'll forgive that, and you forgive the fact that my daughter is getting up there in years.
They're fighting with words. They're not fighting with swords. It's not two people literally going at each other, but it has the same kind of excitement for me is watching a great sword fight between two equally matched opponents and having no idea who's going to come out on top.
Shall I draw up the order? Or do you consent to this match?
It's a rare enough thing. A man who lives up to his reputation.
There aren't 1,000 blades. There aren't even 200. I've counted.
Ugly whole thing.
Yet it has a certain appeal.
Littlefinger wants it all. He wants the power, he wants the money, he wants the armies, he wants all of it.
I'd say the real epitomization of the motto, long-term greedy, is Littlefinger. He's very, very patient. He's been biding his time for a long, long time to get what he wants, and what he wants is a lot.
And it's impossible for a man from his background to acquire all that without taking some serious risks, because it's just so far to climb.
But what do we have left once we abandon the lie? Chaos. A gaping pit waiting to swallow us all.
Chaos isn't a pit. Chaos is a ladder.
He's willing to take those risks. You know, even you think back to season 1 where he's talking to Ned and he's saying, like, this is our chance to strike. Like, we can take power right now. And you know, Ned refuses to go along with it, but Littlefinger was conspiring in that moment and continues to conspire. And like any conspiracy, there's a chance that it will fail.
And Littlefinger's not afraid to take calculated risks as long as he feels he's got himself covered.
Shame you had to settle for your second choice.
Early days, my friend.